Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, and today we're going to be unlocking a lot of things. Some of which I didn't even know existed. Well, I knew they existed, but I had no idea where to actually unlock them. Come to find out, I unlocked, I think, in total, if you want to know how to unlock the Binding Coils of Bahamut, which is what I'm doing right now in the video as we speak, or as I speak, I unlocked a great many of the hard mode dungeons. I'm going to show you how to unlock all of these things, because quite honestly, it was either this or try and get a queue for Labyrinth of the Ancients, and at 1:50 in the morning, you know, at this point in the game's lifetime, that's really not a very likely thing to have happen, to get a Labyrinth of the Ancients queue. Maybe when the Void Ark shows up and they throw in a raid roulette, maybe that'll happen, because I want to see Crystal Tower and all, but I'm not really looking for it to happen before that roulette. So, to actually get the Coil of Bahamut unlocked, you have to actually go and click something, and that's it. It's real hard. You just go and click something. The hardest part is just getting to it without aggroing every single cohort in the whatever in the hell this is. I don't really pay attention to names of the locations. Oh sure, I still remember the Eastern and Western Plague Lands. Oh sure, I remember the hellish places in World of Warcraft, but 14 I never pay attention. Why? I don't know. I just never do. But if at this point in the game's lifetime, if you're not in a free company, I would really doubt, unless they make it into the roulette, which I have no idea if it is or isn't in the roulette, I doubt you're going to be able to get a Binding Coil of Bahamut group. Like even turn, what, 1, 2, 4, and 5? I don't think people do 3. And you'll see exactly why here in about, 20-30 seconds, why I don't think anybody ever did turn 3. But I want to see the Binding Coils, I want to see the coils. I just have no idea when I'll ever get it done, because I don't have a free company yet, because I'm stubborn, and because I doubt anybody's going to want to duty finder it with a bunch of randoms. I mean, the Crystal Tower's one thing, duty findering it, because you almost have to unless you have a huge free company, but man, I don't want to go into coils with a bunch of randoms. Because from what I understand, Coil was like the original in-game. Like that was your big, like, Alexander Savage. I think they had, what, Coil Savage? I think back then instead of Alexander Savage. Yeah, I'm not going to try and do that with random people unless I just feel frisky one day, and then I might try it. But, yeah. Apparently you unlock 5 turns at once. I have no idea what you need to do to unlock the next ones, but I was actually quite surprised. I was like, holy crap. Why doesn't 3 have a reward? It doesn't have a reward. That's why nobody probably does it. Of course, that's assuming anybody actually does the other ones for the reward, which I doubt at this point, because poetics are a lot easier to come by if you just do your main scenario roulette, which I've been doing fairly often recently. That's why I'm almost 52. Oh, I'm sorry, I am 52 here, because I completed a mapping achievement, and I got a level out of it. Never mind. Anyway, what I'm trying to do now is I was trying to figure out what am I doing, because I didn't really know where to unlock a bunch of stuff. I had no idea what I was doing this recording session. I was just playing. Just whatever I felt like doing, that's what I was doing. And because I keep teleporting here, why not give myself a discount on it, because I'm guessing this is going to be a very important area, and I was right. At least in this video alone, I probably saved thousands of gil doing that. And there's a lot of people in Mordona you want to go and get a bunch of side quests. Obviously, I didn't even know that one existed. That's a main story quest right there. There's a lot of side quests. Most of them unlock a dungeon, like hard mode Sastasha, like Hawk Manor hard mode. Trying to think what all's here. I know those 2 are. I don't remember where all of them are, but I know where they all are quest-wise. I just don't remember where all the other dungeons are. But for now, we're going to be doing this main story quest, which I don't know if it's really important to do that. I doubt. Well, obviously it is, but this, like I said, I was just playing, and I was like, well, hell, I'm already here. Why not just do this while I'm here? I'm not an efficient man. You'll find that out as the video goes on, because if I'd actually known where I was going and where, I would have had this done a lot more efficiently than I did. I went to the same location like 4 times, because I didn't know I went to the same one in 4 different quests. Oh well, this is just a simple little quest. If I remember right, it's just go rescue like 2 cutters, or 2 coaches, and then pick up 3 random things on the ground, like the supplies on the ground. I'm not going to make you watch all of that. Simply, I don't think I cut this until after I talked to the guy over here. I don't know why, but I cut this all before I start doing commentary, because trying to do that while commentating, all you'd hear is a bunch of clicks and clacks. My mouse and my keyboard at the same time. I could probably do it, it just would be really noisy. Now I almost want to challenge myself to try and do both at the same time, but that's not really prudent. So, I know some people are probably disappointed. You're probably thinking, well, this is not really a progression video. You're just going to be unlocking a bunch of stuff. Have you ever played an MMO? Because unlocking stuff is progression. Now, granted, it's more progression if you actually, I don't know, complete the stuff. But it's still progression because then you can do it later. You didn't have that opportunity before. I'm just rambling now. Anyway, this is the weaponsmith that will forge your relic. If you are masochistic enough at this point in time to try and get the 2.0 relic, you have my respect. I'm not going to say I agree with it, but you have my respect because that takes, from what I understand, a fairly long time to get that up to item level 130. Which, as far as I can tell, item level 130 will be outclassed fairly soon, especially since I already have an item level 120. I just wanted to show you, in case you want to be masochistic and you want to get your relic weapon before the Heavenward relic, you can do that here and start it here. I have no idea what that entails. Don't ask me. I'm new myself, so I don't know how you do that. I remember something about Atma farming, light farming. I don't know what all these things even are or how to farm them, so don't ask me. Also, for those interested, I believe if you actually do get the Realm Reborn relic, I believe that gives you a leg up in the Heavensward relic. They never really did elaborate what that means, but if I had to guess, that means you like get to skip one step, maybe, or skip half a step. Which, from what I understand, is worth it because the grind for the first one was pretty terrible. I don't know about now. I think they buffed the drop rate on some of the items, so it's not as bad now, but it's an extra thing you don't have to do, but I would respect anybody who's going to do that. So, the important thing of this entire video, as soon as I stop walking on things that I can't walk on, I believe where most of the... ah, crap. I think that's later in the video. Yeah, whoops. Never mind, I have no memory and can't remember where the hell or when the hell I did things. Yeah, this will... what is this quest anyway? Oh right, this is the story quest I was just doing for the past 5 minutes. How do you not remember that? I don't know. This one was like a... what do I even pick? I shouldn't... like, what do I even need? Alright, I don't have, like, Jack for rings. Doesn't really matter. I guess it really depends on what I'm going to be leveling up next. And considering I thought I took a healer earring, I think I ended up picking a dexterity ring for my archer, I think. Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. Now on to the actual point of Mordona, because you don't really want to get dirt and ashes. Actually, you might want to. I don't know what that even is. It might be a prerequisite for something else, but this is going to be skipping around a lot, because I just, like I said, just did whatever I feel like, and I am not an efficient person. So, it's just a lot of unlocking things. And next time, my plan, I don't know. I mainly did this, the unlocking video, just because I want to have a lot of options as to what I do. Because like I said, I didn't really want to try and have to go into Wanderer's Palace or, you know, Labyrinth of the Ancients, or, I mean, I want to do them, but I want to have choices, not feel like it's one or the other. I want to have a wide variety of choices. I believe this one is to unlock Garuda Extreme. Which, from what I understand, nobody really duty finders anymore. They just unsync it because they're lazy and don't want to actually do things the way they're supposed to be done. They do it unsynced now. Personally, I want to do it synced because I want to prove that I can actually, you know, beat the fight. But that'll probably be a while to be able to kill it in duty finder because, from what I understand, a lot of the mechanics in Garuda hard or extreme mode are a lot more difficult than hard mode. It would make sense considering hard and extreme, but I'm not about to get into a big syllabus on what you need to do in Garuda Extreme. This is not a Garuda Extreme video, and I don't even know what you should do, so it'd be moot anyway. So after you go and unlock the Garuda Extreme mode, which is the same as it was in the normal and the hard... actually, it's not the same as normal. It's the same as it was in the hard mode, so go do that again, like this. and run into a few botters, because I sure did. And this is a really nice cutscene, but we're skipping it. And then, once you're done with all this, then we can get out of here, which this is not a very efficient way of doing it. And because I'd already had the Amdebor Keep quest that I just had not done yet, I figured, what the hell, why not just... You see, I've already been here before, and if I just did it all at once, ugh. I'm not usually a stickler for efficiency. But MMOs make me wish that I were. I have no idea what awaits me in Amdebor Keep. I have watched like one video on it months ago. Don't remember much else. And it didn't really help considering I think the guy that ran it and I was watching the video had a really, good group, so I have no idea what you're supposed to do if you screw up. Okay, so since we're still in the Shroud, I think I went back here because this is where my Odin quest told me to go. Because I want to unlock Odin, I just have no idea if I'm supposed to be fighting him anytime soon. I think the item level requirement was, what, like 95? Maybe? I remember something about 95, and I'm like, what, 104, I think, right now, so I could technically do it. Especially considering I have an item level 120 weapons, probably good enough. I mean, people used to do this fight with, what? Back in the 2 points, they probably did with, like, item level 90 weapons, so that's probably more than enough. But that's just guesswork. Not something you should probably rely on going, well, Barok said I should probably be fine. Don't blame me if it's not good enough. I don't know yet, I've never even been in the fight. Yet. I've watched it once, and, it looks fun. It did look fun. Because I do tend to research fights a lot. Well, not a lot. I tend to research fights one time, remember the mechanics, and then I don't watch it ever again. Because I do want to have some kind of experience the first time through it. So we've unlocked Earth's Fount, which I have no idea why they didn't just come up with some actual good name for it, but excuse me, that works just as well. So what am I going to be unlocking next? I think I unlocked... What was it? Oh, no. This is where I show you where to get the bunch of quests. Right. So if you actually want to get all the hard mode dungeons, you want to go in this little tavern thing, pick up all the quests that are level 50. I missed one here, actually, but we'll come back to that later. Because most of the 50 ones, if not all of them, unlock a hard mode dungeon. Which, I don't know the significance of it, but as far as I understand it, that's in, what, the expert roulette, I think, or high level roulette? Which I'm guessing gives you a decent amount of tomes. I have no idea what is 60, obviously, but probably gives you a decent amount of experience if you ever unlock it as well. Which is the reason I unlocked a bunch of these, because I've been trying to do more roulettes recently. I mean, for anybody that's never done roulettes, like me, I'm just going to tell you what it's like. Since I do main scenario roulette, the only ones in that I think are Castrum and Praetorium. So you're going to get one of those, hopefully you get Praetorium. Castrum's not that bad, but what you get is, I think, like, at level 51 I last did, I think I got like 162,000 experience when we killed the final boss. So that's kind of worth it for 20 minutes of work. I mean, you only get it once a day, the bonus, but I think Trial Roulette usually gives me like 100,000 XP for like, what, 7 minutes of work, if that? Counting the queue time most of the time, so get your roulettes done. I'm not gonna argue for low-level roulette, because low-level roulette could be a crap storm depending on what you get, like Aurum Vale or, you know, Cutter's Cry if you have trouble with the last boss, which I'm assuming I will. That's why I've never ran it, because I know I'm gonna die to it repeatedly. And I just don't want to go through that unless I'm in a free company, and then we can get all some giggles out of it, but one day I'll find a free company and I'll be a tank. Oh yes. One day. I've even started leveling up my Gladiator and my Marauder. I think my Gladiator's at 26 and my Marauder's at, what, 20? Not the best, but you know, I do want to get Mercy Stroke from the Marauder series, so that's, or the Marauder skill set, so that's why I'm going to do that. Because I went to all the trouble of getting Blood for Blood, like, not getting Mercy Stroke just seems like one of those, seriously, you won't get to 26, but you'll get to 34. Seems kind of stupid now, doesn't it, in hindsight? So, we're unlocking Karn hard mode, because as if Karn wasn't difficult enough in the first place, which it isn't really if you have a decent group, you know, Why not just give you something even worse? Which I don't remember a darn thing about car in hard mode, so I'm going to have to either wing it or look it up again, which I don't really want to look it up again, but I might have to. I don't want to get everybody killed because I was too lazy to look something up. Oh, let's see what else is there. Maniac Manor, right, which is Hawk Manor hard mode. You go back to the same place the dude was before, the butler. I can't read his name right now. Looks like Your Sandal. Is that his name, Your Sandal? I find that funny. With a name like that, your daddy must have really hated you. Oh boy. What should we name him? Your Sandal fell on the floor, so we should just name him Your Sandal then. Okay, that's... Apparently the midwife did not get that memo that they did not want that name. But, assuming anybody's actually watching this and laugh, thank you, I didn't imagine anybody actually watched this long. So, like I said, I'm trying to read all this, like way back in the beginning of the Let's Play, I said I'm going to be reading a lot. So I know this could be done a lot faster if I just showed you bang, 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 where to get the things and all that, but I'm reading, man. I could have skipped, I guess, my reading, but... that was a lot of editing already. Skipping even more would have probably taken like twice the amount of editing I just did, which was a lot. Like a good solid 15 minutes of straight editing doesn't sound like a lot. But when you're doing mind-numbing tasks like that, 15 minutes, that can feel like an eternity. So, unlocked Maniac Manor. I don't remember much about Maniac Manor. At all, really. I think Lady Almondine, or I said Almond, didn't I? Almondine. That's her name right now. Almondine. I think she's like a mob, like a ad in the final boss, I think, which is funny. Or no, I know she's an ad somewhere. I just don't remember where. Anyway, regardless, now we're going to be unlocking Stone Vigil hard mode, which again, you got in the tavern in Mordona, hopefully, if you did what I said to do. And then you just gotta go there and talk to... It's the same thing. You go, you find the quests, excuse me, then you go maybe talk to one other person, and then maybe you go... Then you have to go to the dungeon itself, talk to the same person you did before. I guess I really could have condensed this video down to a really shorter video, but let's be honest, this is a really easy video to make, because I'm not really doing anything, I'm just talking. I get to make an easy video every once in a while, right? It's a lot more tiring than you'd imagine just doing a regular video. And I do like small breaks. I've never had a break in my Let's Playing career yet. Except when I was really deathly ill, but I think even then I recorded. And I want to keep that streak alive. Not, missing dates. Because I'm very punctual like that. What in the hell am I doing now? Oh, right, I was like, what in the hell am I doing now? Right, I'm unlocking Hullbreaker Isle, which I'd never heard of, but hell, I wanted to unlock it. Like, I've heard of Sirius, but I've never heard of Hullbreaker. What the hell is Hullbreaker Isle, and why am I even unlocking it? I'm guessing it's a dungeon, but I don't know why I'm unlocking it. I guess for roulettes down the road? I don't even know what this is for. Which... Like, why are you even doing this? Because it's there, okay? That's my reasoning. Because it's fricking there. Do I need a better reason than that? No. It's an MMO. It's progression, man. Is this horizontal? I think it's horizontal progression, technically, but... Where am I going now? Oh, boy. I think I forgot the Copperbell Mines, which I know I do later, and... What is that? That would be for... Halatali, isn't it? Looks like Halatali right there. Yes, it is. Okay. So Halatali hard mode is now unlocked, which Halatali... Where the hell did I get that quest? It must have been in Mordona. I probably should have showed all that, but I've read a lot. Like, I read probably 5 minutes of flavor text there, so I skipped that. I try not to skip it, but I'm not watching 5 minutes of flavor text in a video that's already 20 minutes long where I'm just going around talking to people, because that's pretty much what this video is. You're watching this because you like listening to my rambling. Or you really like the way Barok looks, which I can't imagine you do, considering he looks like a generic monk. So after this, the only thing I have left to unlock in my journal, I believe, is the Copperbell Mines, because I forgot all about it. Forgot all about it. Oh, no, I was wrong. Bark, you don't even know what the hell is going on in your own video, do you? Look, okay, this is the most important guy in the entire game right here. Ever. Whiskard. I mean, with a name that reminds me of Swissgar, this guy's gotta be awesome, right? So what does he do? He gives you glamour. Now, I know a lot of people are like, you talking about a glamour punk rock band? No, glamour is... Have you ever done a leave quest where you have to... Well, you're supposed to go and kill a mob, and then they give you an item, and then you use the item or whatever. Personally, I just hit the thing I'm supposed to hit anyway. If it transforms, I'm done. But that's called glamour. Like, the enemy's glamour disappears, that's what he's doing for you. What this quest unlocks is that if you have a piece of gear that you really, really like the look of, but it sucks, you can put that look onto an actual good piece of gear that looks terrible. Thus, you look like you want to look while still having the good armor. Unfortunately, I quite like the way my armor looks, so I'm not actually planning on using the glamour spheres or glamour whatever anymore, like, anytime soon, but it's nice to have the ability to look good if I so wished. Also, this questline is hilarious if you actually read the text. It is hilarious. But, yeah. On the note that of doing your roulettes, which was a long time ago, I realized in the video, but seriously, I can't underestimate just how... I can't overemphasize how important doing your roulettes are. You don't have to do it every day, but if you make a habit of whenever you log in, do a roulette. I mean, 168,000 experience kind of adds up pretty fast if you're level 50. I mean, heck, I'm already level 52. I haven't stepped foot in even 2.1 content yet. So that tells you, of course, I'm very casual. I only play 2 or 3 times a week, but... you know, I don't really care. I'll gladly be level 60 before I even step foot in Ishgard. Hell, that'd be fun. Then I could level up my Dragoon to level 60 at the same time using the main story quests. I don't know, I'm just saying. Roulettes are fun. Provided you don't get like Orm Vale, or something terrible like that. If you do, God have mercy on you. Your luck sucks if that happens. I have no idea which one of those things to pick. I just figured, well, I think monks wear leather-ish armor? I don't know, I guess I'll just pick the leather. And this is just explaining glamour and how it works. Which, I'm glad they did, considering I had no idea how it actually works. But now, I'm pretty sure now is not the time... Wait. No, crap. I was gonna say, now's the time we go back to the Copper Bell Mines. No, now we unlock Brave Flux's hard mode. Right, I forgot this was a 27-minute video, not a 22-minute video. So, as if Brave Flux's long stop was not quite bad enough, which, funny enough, I believe Brave Flux's long stop hard mode is actually easier than the story mode, at least from what I understand on Reddit, which is not a reliable source of information. And I think the only reason I had trouble with Brave Flux the first time was because that tank was, you know, he's good enough, he just didn't move the dragon out of the poison the first 6 to 7 times of the fight. Eventually they got it though. Eventually. And it's just one of those bite me once I turn shy things. You know, that one bad experience in Brave Flux, I don't want to go back there. What if it happens again? I have no idea what hard mode's like though, so it's probably nothing like the story mode. Because from what I understand, the hard mode dungeons are not just copy-paste. Which, from what I've heard, because I never played World of Warcraft past Burning Crusade, from what I heard, they, like, reinstituted a lot of dungeons, but they just turned the numbers up, and it just seemed like that's really lazy. But from what I understand, 14 does not do that. They make each... It's the same dungeon, like the same thing around you, but there's different enemies, there's different mechanics. It feels different, is what I'm trying to say. Now, finally, Copper Bell Mines. Barrock has had a hard-on for the Copper Bell Mines with his entire video, but... well. I've also heard Copper Bell Mines hard mode, if you duty finder, people can really screw up one of the boss mechanics. You remember the jelly the first time? I'm imagining it's like that fight. I have no idea how you do it in hard mode. I have to look that up again. But it's hard mode from dungeons, from what I hear, have a lot more difficult mechanics, but they're still not difficult, as long as you actually do the mechanics. But I don't know that yet. I haven't been in any hard mode dungeons yet, so that's all hearsay. And on like 5-6 month old videos, which is not the best source of information, but it's all I got. So now the Copper Bell mines are unlocked. What did I do? Oh, right. This was basically where I just recapped what I did. I think, because I think I was just making sure I got everything unlocked that I accepted, because I tend to lose, you know, quests. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, if you'd like to help support the channel and help it grow, you may wish to like or even subscribe for easier access to future videos. Farewell, everyone. Until next time.